So
as a minister of local government, I will go for anything that is aimed at improving service delivery in our district.
I don't think you're coming off as a fixer. You're coming off as a very excited minister who wants
you can I like
to catch the eye of the cameras.
I like your language. I've been on camera for I don't know how many years. I've been known before I was a minister. I think the whole country knew Balaam before I was a minister. I became a minister at 45. I was named a minister 2.5 years ago at 45. Now, Mr. Angela and your friends who think like you need to understand that these cameras, I own many of them. And I'm employing many of the people with cameras. I can sit on a camera every day. I would be on Uncut. I had shares in NBS. I would be on Uncut. I would be on Masenge J. I would be on any TV show that I wish at Next Media. Did I have to be a minister? But what is the purpose of being a minister and I cannot help people? What is the purpose of being a minister and people are selling jobs to the poor people, jobs which are meant to be for free? What would be a purpose of being a minister and the parents are struggling to raise school fees, take their children to school, to a government school where the president is providing capitation grant? What would be my role as a minister if I go to hospital and the government is paying 19 workers and they are not there? So what I will do is I will do those random checks. We call them gorilla checks. I will do the gorilla checks. I will continue doing the gorilla checks. And now I will not announce that I'm coming to such and such a district.
Can you let RDCs work?
Let them wake up.
No, can you let them work?
They will work and when they
concentrate
wish.
On top.
What I'm saying,
policy formulation.
By the way, we have different instruments. I mean, I'm calling upon everyone. Everyone should do his work. People hate the president, not because he's a bad man. People hate NRM at times, not because NRM is the worst, but NRM is the best. But people who are letting down NRM are the people who have been sent by NRM to go and work. They are paid for, and then they remain bosses.
You're going for the small fish. The problem
okay.
is more sophisticated than that. Me are arresting a cow, a chief, a village chief.
You see, Njala.
Get to the heart of the problem.
I like you for one thing. You know the truth, and you want to act like you don't know anything. That's why I like you. And you are not the only one. They even have seen a professor who acts like you. You say professor, he has studied, he knows the challenges of the people, he has stood as a political person in running for a political office, he knows the challenges of Ugandans. Someone is coming up to help you solve the problem of Ugandans that are affecting the common man in the village, in Chiyandongo, in Bulisa, in Abim, in Namisindo, in Ibulambuli.
Parading people is a far cry from solving a problem.
It is okay.
You go parade people who got jobs on merit
I know people who have paraded thieves, and the thieves have been exposed, and thieves fear now to touch. There are people who have done that, and it has worked. Mao, the Chinese founder of the new China, Zondong. We had here in Tanzania, we had the late President Magufuli. In some other countries, so many countries where you don't know where you don't do nonsense. You don't do. Putin will tell you, we are going to do this. You'll do it. So the president says, I don't want no more corruption. Under my role as a minister of local government, no more corruption in local government.
You can't sustain it.
The president says, no paying fees. Whose role is that? The Minister of Local Government, working with all the other ministries. You're supposed to implement that directive. You can't say you can't sustain it. Yesterday, I've visited 4 districts. Yesterday, by evening, 29 districts were fixing roads. In only 3 days, each district probably has fixed 15 kilometers before I reach. What were they doing?
That's telling.
I'm trying to tell you.
That's quite telling.
No, I'm telling you, I've seen it. Actually, NBS, I want to thank the owner of NBS who has intensively covered this. Moroto, Sironko, Bulambuli, Manafa, Chiriandongo, Bulisa. People are fixing roads. What have they been doing? The releases were made yesterday by PSST Gobi. The releases are yet to reach the district. They are using funds that they had held and had cleared, the funds that had been cleared by the CFO, the funds that had been cleared by the cows. Those are the same funds they are now vomiting to put in place a road. And for the first time, in the Sironko district, the chairman of NRM Sironko called me and said, Honorable, Oliwankuleted Mbuzi, Oyagala Malewa, Oyagala Mbuzi, what do you want? Then I asked him, what is the problem,
this
chairman?
This is the aggrandizement that you've been seeking.
Then he said, what is it, chairman? Then he said, in my place, the road to my place in Budadiri West, they have never put real maram. They have always put ready soil. For the first time I'm driving on maram, and our matoke, the farmers matoke, the poor people who have benefited money from PDM are now rolling their matoke down on a maram road. But the president earmarks 1 billion shilling to every district, every financial year. Now he's going to roll that money to 2 billion to support local government roads. And we have the Minister of Works roads.
I'm afraid you're not curing the problem.
We are curing. We are putting a system in place.
Paracetamol to bigger.
It's okay. They say
a septic wound.
You know, if you have a wound, you don't start by injecting direct into a wound. You first kill the pain. You wash the wound. You dress the wound.
So you're doing pain killing.
Let me do the pain killing as we wash it, because you can't wash it when it's dirty and when you have someone is in great pain. So now let us give the painkiller as we wash, because what we are doing now, State House Anti-Corruption, the Director of Criminal Investigation Department, CID, the Engineering, the Minister of Works, Minister of Education, Minister of Gender, Minister of Local Government.
You're not working
Minister of Public
Service. It's all about Balaam.
You are not, because the interest is Balaam. But we are working. We move as a team. If you see our delegation who are heading to places, we are many. Argentina plays, but there is a Messi.
So you're the Messi of cabinet.
England plays, not a Messi of cabinet. I'm in the local government. I'm the Minister of Local Government. So at the moment, the role we are playing is the Minister of Local Government. So Argentina plays, there is a Messi. So the delegation is underground now doing Operation Expose the Corrupt, is led by a captain called Barugara Balaam, the Minister of Local Government. So whether you cover me, whether you don't cover me, I don't invite you to cover me, but you want to see what is the reaction of the public, of the common man. Me, I'm there to solve the problem of the common man that has persisted. The president provides, but he will not come and supervise in a district when he has a minister in charge of supervising villages. When I was appointed, I was told you are the minister in charge of 76,000 villages, 2,300 plus sub-counties, constituencies, 10,752 close parishes. I wasn't told you're a minister to sit at workers' house and take tea and head to hotels and launch conferences and thank people that you are the best performing district when you are calling yourself best performing district, and people in your heritage centers there are no doctors working. In schools, a school meant to you have declared to government that you have 1,000. I'm going to give you a summary of what I've found just by random check. I went to Nabumali Senior Secondary School, a school which Minister of Education fund support with total amount to support 895 students registered and counted and verified by the inspector of school and DHO and the CFO and COW. When I went to that school, I asked them, how many children do you have? That we enrolled 885, but currently in class we have 730. Others have not come to school. I said, okay, thank you very much. How many on camera? 830. Said, okay, let's do a check. When I counted, I found only 251. That is random check. How much is government losing on that? From 895, which Mama Janet sends to them, instead of having 251, they have declared 895, but out of the actual number of learners in class and the entire school, 251. How much money does government lose? Then I went to a primary school called Naiku in Bungoko Central. Random check. I stopped and, hey, headmaster, how are you? Yes. You see, in all UCE and UPE schools, there is a law and an order display the results of the display on a board. Display on a board the students you have per class, per stream on a given day. So the headmaster writes comfortably 1,370